A fatal shootout in broad daylight in the middle of a shopping centre in KZN. South Africa's growing list of human rights abuses. No water for patients in some hospitals.
What is Jane Dutton doing here? What is Jane Dutton doing here?
Residents express their anger after their electricity supply is cut off. And do you believe in these, and have you ever seen one? Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
5 people have been killed in Richards Bay, north of Durban, in a shootout at a local shopping centre today. It's understood a handful of suspects accosted the victims, opening fire in the packed parking lot, and then fled in a getaway car. 4 of the victims died at the scene, while the 5th suspect succumbed to his injuries at a nearby clinic.
Police have launched a manhunt for at least 5 suspects who shot and fatally wounded 5 people at shopping centre's parking lot in Richards Bay CBD. The suspects reportedly fled from the scene of crime in a blue VW Polo. The motive of the shooting has not yet been established, although drug-related terror could not be ruled out.
Everyone has the right to water, just not in some of our hospitals, it seems, or in KZN. The SA Human Rights Commission has found that human rights violations due to the current water crisis have been committed against residents in the province and blames the local government and its municipalities for poor water management.
One of the key findings of the Commission's report is that the municipalities, water services authorities, and water boards have violated residents' and communities' rights to access clean and sufficient drinking water in the province. There are quite comprehensive findings and recommendations that the Commission has made, and some of these include the extent of the challenges of access to water in the province. What we found is that some of the key challenges raised by municipalities include aging infrastructure, budgetary constraints, and therefore the inability to effect repairs and maintenance that is required to ensure that the water systems run and operate efficiently.
And in Gauteng, 3 hospitals are still suffering severe water shortages. This weekend, taps ran dry at the Rahima Musa Mother and Child, Helen Joseph and Pulusong hospitals. Now the Helen Joseph is receiving water from an alternative supply.
If you have the chemistry that we have now and it's prolonged for longer, even with your 1 million liters, it's a question of how long the problem on the other side persists.
The question is, why does it have to reach this point where it's broken and when people's lives are at stake before anything is done? Anger as Joburg City power officials disconnect electricity meters in Naturena in Gauteng. Residents say they are not to blame for non-paying customers and blame informal dwellers nearby and ANC tenders for today's action.
We've got leaders here in the community of the ANC, right? These meters are a tender. They're eating through these tenders in the community.
Residents also question why there's such a large contingent of law enforcement in the area now, in spite of alarmingly high levels of crime when they are never seen.
What is Jane Dutton doing here? What is Jane Dutton doing here?
But the utility says Naturena owes millions to the municipality.
As you can see, this is an affluent area with, beautiful houses that suggest that these people can actually afford to pay for electricity. It's unlike some of the areas, including Alexander and so forth, that where you can basically see with the level of poverty there, that maybe some of them may not be able to pay. But here you can see that these people can be able to pay for electricity, but they just chose not to.
Now, the DA has lodged an urgent complaint with the South African Human Rights Commission against Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu, the South African Social Security Agency and Postbank. The DA says the minister is failing millions of vulnerable grant beneficiaries every month.
But the 5th of September, when the older persons did not get their grant, that was a last straw for us as the Democratic Alliance, which is why we said to ourselves, let us take this to the Chapter 9 institution that is mandated to actually promote and to protect and to ensure the observance of rights of South Africans.
The DA also points to a recent City Press report which revealed how the department returned more than 15 billion unpaid social relief grants to National Treasury in the past financial year. And this is just one of the many faces of this tragedy. 66-year-old Denise Adriaans from Lotus River says she left home at 8:30 a.m. and returned at 4:30 p.m. with nothing.
I am back to where I started. I have no pension money. I am beyond depressed, frustrated, and devastated.
Postbank wishes to advise SASSA beneficiaries that were impacted by the payments issue of the 5th and the 6th that all payments have been made. The money is available in their accounts.
A second devastating crisis is facing Derna in Libya. The threat of disease outbreaks. The UN says the homeless are in dire need of clean water, food and basic supplies amid the growing risk of cholera, diarrhea, dehydration and malnutrition. This was Derna over a week ago, before the floodwaters hit, which broke 2 dams and wiped this entire area out. It's gone. There is nothing there. Thousands have been killed and many more are still missing. Now, do you believe in aliens? There have been more than 800 sightings in more than 27 years. NASA's investigations will be revealed later this week, and we shall let you know. So stay tuned and subscribe to get the findings. I'll see you for more tomorrow. I'm Jane Dutton. Remember to like and subscribe.
Eyewitness News. In touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.